Clearing the Crease podcast rolls on, and Commie, piss out any helicopters in the last few minutes.
I've not. My helicopter days are over, unfortunately, but yeah, Mayday couldn't hold it.
Yeah, just when you think you've lived a charmed life, Razor.
I know.
Commie doubles down with another great story.
And I can't stress enough, like, how like these pilots were like on us, like they weren't fucking around.
And I can imagine you guys say, one more drink, more drink. You were doing it for 4 hours to those guys.
Oh, the helicopter pilot would have been pissed bringing that thing down. Sure. And they didn't catch up. Mayday didn't catch up either. We all landed, the other three choppers. And I stand out outside the Bushmills Inn. I'm like, where the hell is where's Mayday? And it was like 10 minutes for sure.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't forget, everybody, playoffs are here. We're officially on the road to the Stanley Cup. Make sure you got to make a play, get in on all the action, game odds, all the props you need, right up until Lord Stanley mug is hoisted. And all you got to do is play at BODOG. BODOG.EU has you covered with action that'll keep you locked in for every single shift right until a Stanley Cup champion is crowned. Make a play, score big with BODOG, and don't forget that new players can take advantage of a BODOG bonus using the code CREASE400 when you sign up. Okay, time for this week's fan question of the week. And remember, all you got to do is hit us up wherever you're watching this, on YouTube, on Insta, Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it. You can send us a DM. You can just send in the replies. And if we choose your question, you get a free jersey courtesy of BODOG. And so directed towards Razor, Commie, both of them, whoever. But here we go. Here's this week's winner from Bruce in Kitchener, Ontario. Not Waterloo. We know those battle lines drawn out there. Bruce says, hey, fellas, been loving the show and the guests you have been getting lately. I've made my 2-hour daily commute a lot more fun. I want to know, what's the worst injury you've ever seen happen in person to either you or a teammate or an opponent? And did they come back from it? Thanks, boys. All right, Bruce with the grim one.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper. What do you got, Commie?
I got one that came to mind right away. Yeah, I would say the worst injury I saw that I can remember. I can't remember anybody played against. But the worst injury I saw was when Erik Cole broke his neck the year we won. Yeah, that was scary, bringing out the whole busted neck and doing the whole the stretcher and obviously strapping all that stuff, and it was very, very serious. He got hit from behind. It was against Pittsburgh, and yeah, it was really scary. He was when I say Erik Cole was on fire, he was on fire. I want to say he missed the last 20 some games of the year, and he already had 30 goals. Like he was getting 40. There was no doubt about that. And I think he finished that year at 30. We didn't think he was coming back. That ended up being the year that we went all the way. And he didn't end up coming back until, and it was very, very, it was a little nerve-wracking. He didn't come back until Game 6 of the finals against the Edmonton Oilers. And so obviously Erik Cole came back and he went on to play a bunch more games after, but it was very, very scary. And then, of course, we're in Edmonton, Game 6. It's his first game since he busted his neck. And we were all like, nobody said it, but we were all like a little like, ooh. And then, of course, Game 6 is like the one game where we got the shit kicked out of us. Like the Oilers
in Edmonton, yeah.
In Edmonton, yeah. And like you could tell, and like, this is the finals. So Colsey's in the lineup. Guys, they were running at everybody. It didn't matter who it was, but guys were running Colsey. And I can't remember who hit him. It doesn't matter. Somebody smoked him like real early in the game. And I remember him popping back up, and I remember all of us being like, okay, you handle that, you'll be fine. So that's the one that I remember.
I feel like I may have told this story before about Erik Cole, but just the one moment that always comes up with Erik Cole, he had moved around and went back to Carolina in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the crowd one night. I was the rinkside reporter for TSN for a Boston Carolina series. And I'm getting ready to do one of those hits from let's check in with James Cybulski rinkside, right? And I'm standing in the crowd, and this Carolina fan, older gentleman, he's like, TSN, who you pulling for? And I'm, at the time, I'm like, I don't have a dog in the hunt. Whoever wins, the sooner the series ends, the sooner I go home, kind of thing, right? Sounded like the jaded media guy. And he kind of says, what do you think of Cole? And I said, he's a Carolina fan, right? And I said, I think he needs to start scoring. And the guy right away, like, no shit, I'm his dad. And I quickly, like, holy shit. I'm like, well, at least he's out of Edmonton.
That's perfect. Set you up. That's good. That's sneaky that he did that to you. That's real sneaky.
All right, Razor, what do you got for Grizzly injury?
Yeah, no, I don't have this one. This one just always stands out to me, just more so because of the person. But I was in Dallas, and Carlos Scraston, God rest his soul, was on the plane in Russia a year after I played with him. The best teammate of all time. Scratchy was literally the best and blocked everything, like blocked every shot and got in front of everything. One of the toughest guys. And he took one in the private area one night in Dallas, and it was just true scratch, like came off, no big deal. Goes in the room, like in between the intermissions, like kind of gave one of these, like, does this look right? And it didn't look right, needless to say. And it was a long 10 days for him. Again, maybe a little personal, but I always think of him in that he was just willing to lay it out there on the line all the time. And again, his story and his family, like, just horrible. But he made fun of it in the end. Like it was a funny story. One that I laugh at all the time whenever I see someone get hit down there, because he ate one night and didn't phase, and he did come back and played, but never should have been out there on the ice with walking around.
That'd be a hard one to forget, that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Even tougher. How does it look down there?
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, no, Scrat, you might need to get that taken care of, buddy.
But try some A535 on.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, what a fun episode. Special thanks to Brad Mape going down memory lane, and man, just this is the time. Hard to believe we've done 2 regular seasons now here, guys, and. Boy, this is what we live for, though. This is the playoff time, and it should be fun over the next few weeks to watch it all play out. So looking forward to it. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We're going to get out of here. All right. You ready?
Love it.
All right. I'm sure there's a tea time for Commie to get to. So on that note, in the meantime and in between time, he's Razor, he's Commie, I'm Cybulski, right here on the Clearing the Crease podcast, powered by BODOG.